It is Friday 15th of November, and I just had to come outside today. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning here, and it is a really nice day. Anyway, sorry to have to, I'm sure some of you are having nice days where you are, but I wish everybody could be here in California sometimes. I have a lot of things I want to talk about today. It's been kind of a really interesting week because some very cool, let me find some weapons here. I got a really interesting story to tell you about that. My wife, well, I'll get to it later, maybe. Let's see, I have a couple things I want to talk about. I'm going to talk about Rosa May, and I'm going to try to get to a lesson to that pretty soon. So, and metronomes. Mark had a great question. Oh man, and I didn't bring my metronome out here with me. Well, I will maybe get to that later. So, and then run down some of the new stuff that happened out here. We had a lot of, we had a whole bunch of acoustic snapshots. More stuff from Doug Young's concert at Keith's a while ago, a little bit from Keith on snapshots on custom guitars. And yeah, that was probably a good suggestion about, we should have labeled it as a custom electric guitars, because we have other features on acoustic guitars. We've got some stuff with Ed Claxton and some stuff with the Santa Cruz Guitar Company going way back. So, anyway, but Keith, by the way, I think is a little under the weather. We may not see much from him for a little while. I think I heard something about shingles. So, best wishes, man. Good luck. I know people that have had that, and nobody has anything good to say about it. So, quick recovery to Keith, I hope. Let's see. Some of the snapshots. We had a couple more of Victor playing, doing a Dadgad tune and a piece called Starry. Dave doing Warm Rain, and Doug doing I Will, his version of I Will. It was very cool. Also, Doug had some really neat things coming out. I hope everybody saw the post about his Dadgad Christmas book that is available now. I'm really hoping to get Doug to do some, and maybe Doug, if you're watching, I was going to call you today and say a lesson on one of your Dadgad Christmas tunes would be a great thing. And I'm really, really glad that everybody has liked what we've put up of his so far. This year, it was Tone For Fingerstyle Guitar Players, and that is talking about what to do with your right hand, what to do with your left hand, working on vibrato, a couple of different ways. So that was really neat to add to Doug's legacy that we have going on here. Let's see, what else did we have besides Doug's stuff? Oh, I had something else I want to tell you about with Doug. Oh, I talked about Christmas, and oh, there was another acoustic snapshot, kind of a weird one. I will get to more of these. I got to tell you a little bit more about that concert. Oh, notice I dug out the banner. I'm going to try to get to a little bit more detailed look at the banner somewhere down the line too. Now that I got it hanging up on the fence here behind me. Anyway, the show that we did with Al Stewart and Dave Nachmanoff went really, really well, and I think at this point we've put up my opening to the show, which it's funny because it seemed like this whole thing was going to last, like, we were out having dinner till about 7:45 or something, and it just seemed like they're having really a lot of trouble getting people in, because this place was not really designed to handle the crowd that came out of the Santa Cruz mountain hippie folk that came out to see Al Stewart. They don't usually get 200 people in this place, but they did. There was about 240 there for this. Anyway, so and I had been, I think I'm not sure if I told you much of this story, but I had been running around doing so much for the camp that I really hadn't had time to prepare much for my set. I didn't really have much of an idea of what I was going to play. I was thinking about resorting to things that I knew I could play with no practice. What else? What else? Anyway, so that was going to be my game plan. It was just kind of hope I could pull a few things out, and so I did practice a couple things. I don't think I haven't played any of the ones I practiced. Wait a minute. What did I have in mind? No, I didn't. I think everything I played was sort of, well, so what happened was I walked out there and I just started talking to the crowd, which is what I usually do. And I think I probably asked for suggestions, and somebody suggested, "Babe, I'm gonna leave you." And so I thought, oh, what the heck? What the heck? Might as well do this. And in the middle of that, I heard somebody yell "Classical Gas," and so I aborted that because I wasn't really gonna play through "Babe, I'm gonna leave you." What is it? What's that next part? Anyway, so then I just whipped into Classical Gas without even the intro or anything. And a couple measures into it, I realized, oh shoot, I gotta play it. I can't just tease with this one. So that's what ended up happening. I ended up playing 5 or 6 songs, and I'll try to get the rest of them up in due time, fairly quickly. I'll try to get to 1 or 2 of them a week, and mixed in with some of the other stuff that we're doing in the Acoustic Snapshots. But there were definitely some surprises that people that were there will remember, because it was pretty unplanned. Like I was trying to say, I was so the show did get on like right on time. That's the other thing. We kind of came rushing back from dinner, and it's like 2 minutes to 8, and I'm thinking, oh man, there's no way we're gonna get this started till like 8:30. At 1 minute to 8, the guy Tom comes out and says, "Okay, we're going." And I was like, "Whoa, okay." I didn't really have any time to think, but it worked out. Okay. Let's see, that was a story I didn't mean to tell you. I had other stuff I really wanted to talk about today. The other releases of cool things. Why do I keep putting the pick so far away? I really like and appreciate everybody's comments about MattF's lessons. Matt is, as you can tell, we have a lot of fun in his lessons, and they're just, well, that's pretty much how most of my lessons go. Not all of them, but there's nobody that I don't have fun with. So I'm really lucky with that. Anyway, so yeah, our little ear training thing with Lake of Fire. And as I think Dermot maybe pointed out, that would make a good lesson anyway. I should get to it and put out the rest of the song but you guys could figure it out. Don't forget, they're tuned down a half step. So use your oh man, what's that thing called? I use it all the time. It's the Scripty S thing. Anyway, that slows things down or speeds them up. And man, okay, never mind. Get off that tangent. Okay, so the other cool songs. I want to thank Vanessa again for putting up another Sarah Jarosz song called "Little Song," and then 2 songs that, well, one you guys knew was coming. I think I'd let you know that I was going to get around to the other version, the more famous version of Everybody's Talkin'. So we got to that, and you don't have to play it that fast. You can do it. I hope I talk about this in the lesson. You can do it in half time, and it'll still work out. You don't have to have your fingers moving at machine gun speed. Speaking of machine guns, and the other one. This was a lot of fun, and a lot of why I got working on this. I believe it was Willem that asked for this years ago. And when Nani came home, I guess it was just yesterday, she said, "Yeah, so I saw that the new song for the day was this Queen song." And she said, I figured, oh man, who'd you get to do that? She said, anyway, she was pretty sure it was going to be Vanessa's or somebody else's, not mine. And then she, watched a little of it and was... Anyway, it's a really fun song, so I hope you guys are enjoying Crazy Little Thing Called Love, Freddie's tune there. Okay, I have 2 other things I want to talk about. Let's do the metronome thing first, but this is bad because I didn't bring a metronome out here, and I'm not going to go get one right now. But Mark, to get started with the metronome, set it at about 80, and just practice doing strokes in time with it, or one note. And most metronomes nowadays will split beats for you. So once you have that, then just practice eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then alternate them. Quarters and eighths. But if you're having trouble, it takes most people. I was just doing this with Sandy the other day. we were working on playing with a metronome actually a couple of weeks ago, and it was very hard for her, but she kind of, as she does with everything, persevered, and within really just a few days kind of had the hang of playing with those ticks. Part of it was because she wants to do a collaboration on a tune that I'll get to later, maybe. So the whole thing of practicing one speed and then being able to split it into other parts. Don't try to split it into thirds yet. Split it into, first go with quarters, then eighths. And as I've talked about in other lessons, to now get to sixteenths, start doing all the eighths as downs. Then put the ups in there. Now you've got sixteenths happening. Anyway, you know what? I'll try to come up with a little bit more elaborate lesson on that. That sounds like just a great idea. So it'll become part of our whole theory and technique stuff. So, okay, last thing I want to talk about. Tom, great job. Absolutely captured the spirit of the song. You know what, this is going to turn into a quick little review because there's one thing I want you to work on, and that is a pull off on that G chord. Pulling off the D to the C. It's pretty tricky, but if by hitting that C, it gives it a little too much importance. That note really needs to be a little bit more in the background, more suggested than obvious. So. But I'm going to try to get to a more formal review of that later. But that brings me to what I really did want to talk about, and that is other songs that you guys might like if you like that one. And it was great, Tom. I appreciate your saying, "Hey, I'm going to go back and listen to all the albums now," because there are some and a couple songs that popped into my head. The one I played at the beginning is one of the earliest ones. It's called Sweet Child. It's on the first album, On the Horizon. And that wasn't the first. Wait, no. Somebody help me out here. Is it on the Christmas album? No, it's on one of those. It's on, okay, I think it's on the Christmas album. I should have looked this up. I do so much research into other songs. I should know more of my own. Anyway, that one's called Sweet Child. And it probably is on the horizon, huh? Okay, if not, it's on Christmas or Yesterday's News. Yesterday's News had 3 songs. I bet it's on Yesterday's News. A Fond Farewell was another one. Oh, Winter Lights, that was the only one on the Christmas one. Okay. Sorry to drag you down this path, but some of the other songs that are similar. There's one called Montaña de Oro that is, on Cobble Creek, I think. And, same album, Lullaby on a Gentle Wind. I've played some of this before. Something like that. I'm going to have to brush up on that one too. But that's another one of the quiet, long, drawn-out, peaceful ones. So Lullaby on a Gentle Wind. And I think you've probably heard me tell the story of it had a lot to do with this guitar. So, with getting this guitar. Then there are the ragtime ones. Remember it. That one's Paprika. There's Tickle Me. Something like that. Boy, I should have practiced, huh? There's Whodunit. That one I've played before. I mean, you've probably heard. So, if you like the ragtime ones, I'll try to come up with a better list of songs to steer you in the directions of. I played a little of this before, I think, too. Another one, though, that's like Rosa May, has a really neat melody. So anyway, another one that has a melody that you can hum along. Of course, that has lyrics and everything too. So I hope you guys do enjoy those because I am going to try to start making more lessons on my own songs. We have enough stuff right now at Totally Guitars, don't you think? I don't know, maybe not. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get to some of my own tunes in the near future. Okay, that is it. Next week, what's going on? We're into the last week before Thanksgiving around here. Maybe we'll shut down shop for a couple of days, take a break. I doubt it. We'll see. Okay, anything else I need to do? Oh, that was the one I did. Just reminded me of something. Yeah, that was the one I had practiced that I played at Don Quixote's. So we'll get to that in a few days. It's John Renborn piece, probably some of you know. I think I've probably messed with it here before too. Okay, over the limit again, once again. I don't think I stayed anywhere near the 10 minutes I'm always shooting for. And if I get to 20, I decide I'm going to take the next week off. So, see you next week.